What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the InArt Dark Knight Rises deluxe version from InArt Queen Studios. I picked this up from Bamboo Spee Store. The link is in my bio and it's in the links on my page. So if you guys grew up in the 2000s, you know who this character is. This is Christian Bale Batman, and this thing was my favorite. Growing up, I loved Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and I loved Christian Bale Batman. They were like my guys in childhood, and this is a 1/12 scale version. Now, if you know anything about InArt, they typically do 12-inch figures, but they've been bringing that level of detail and not just like love into toy making into a 6-inch line. And oh my God, just like look at the eyes on this thing. It's so dope. The detail on the suit, everything is like slightly toned. They have the details on the freaking arm blades in the back here. I'm going to go over all the accessories and everything, but first I just wanted to give you guys kind of a quick look of the figure here. I mean, this thing just looks phenomenal. Look at this thing. The cape doesn't have a wire in it, but I kind of love the way it just drapes down like this. Easy to swap out the heads. I'm going to show you some of the accessories and we'll get into the articulation. All right, guys, so accessory-wise, first and foremost, we have the Christian Bale unmasked head. And this thing is uncanny. Just like, look at the detail. It has like blush cheeks. This painting is like perfect. I've never seen something with like in the 1/12 line with this level of detail and realism. It's amazing. I know in 6-inch toys, it's a little easier, sorry, 12-inch toys, it's a little easier to get this, but I don't usually see that in the 6-inch. So this is the head right here. We also have this gun right here, classic from the movie. He also has holding hands for all the different weapons, which I'll show. I love the blue little light up in there in the beginning, front of it. This thing just looks so dope. Just feels like fresh out of the movie, which I love. I can't wait till they make a Joker. Then we have this gun, which is a lot more like high tech, thin, looks lightweight, very tactical. Little laser in there. Just the level of detail on this in person is outrageous. Again, guys, Bamboo store, check them out. They have a ton of dope imports like this. I can't suggest going to them enough. I use them for all my import stuff. We also have, accessory-wise, outside of these, we have a little hand, like a, looks like the back claw launcher. It doesn't have the back claw launcher in it, but it almost looks like a sawed-off shotgun. Has like holes for like a 3-bullet kind of release right there, 2-bullet. It looks super dope. We have a hand that holds the batarang, classic. They also have different size batarangs, and these are really nice too. They're like steel cut, and they're raised on one side to give like the sigil the full look. We have here other batarangs. They are very hard to pick up. My hands are huge. Another one. This is around like the same size as the one that he was holding. And then we have 2 baby ones. They're so little, you almost have to press them. Hard to see. Sorry about that on camera. We have other mask like faces for them. Again, this might be hard to see on camera here, but this is more of a like relaxed face, relaxed mouth. And then we also have kind of like a curious mouth right here. Again, kind of hard to see on camera, but I'll show you in the pictures. But the painting on this and the detail is just like out of this world. Another batarang over here. You get 4 total in the box, which is great. You can also take the cape off, which I'll show you here in a second. And then we get a bunch of different hands. So we have kind of like the loose hold hand here, like kind of like this, like chill, relaxed. We have one that can like hold the other side of a gun, like if you're holding onto it like this, y'all know what I'm talking about. For the other gun, there's another hold hand like this, another soft hold. We have fists, of course, standard fists, and also like a sword holding hand, like a open fisted. Another chill hand here. And then I love these, like the open, like kind of frayed out hand. I just love the look of those. Mezco does them a lot, and I like really love that. So let's talk about the articulation on this thing. So firstly, we're gonna have a lot of head movement here. Double ball joint, neck is also articulated, and so is the head. So you can get a nice side to side with this thing. Look up about that far, which is great. If you can see that there, that's phenomenal. And he looks down about that far, like chin can basically touch his chest. Now bending forward, this is what we got. We have about this far forward. So not a ton, but enough to get some good posing out of it. There we go. It's kind of maxed out. And then back Again, not a ton here on the going back. There we go. But for this figure, for Batman, like it kind of works. Like Batman isn't Spider-Man, you know, so you're gonna get different articulation. With the shoulders, they go up about this far here. So like a little higher than a T, almost a Y. The shoulder pads are easy to move up and down. They're connected to the shoulder here. You see this? Which is nice. They're really durable. We have bicep swivel. And then we also have double jointed arms. They can go about this far here. So much more than the standard like single joint. Great arm articulation here. And then we obviously have the shoulders on like a barbell, so we get full shoulder rotation, which I love. Hips kind of reminds me of like an SH figure art Dragon Ball Z hip here. We don't go up very high here, a little bit above 90. And then the legs are double jointed and they go back beyond 90, which is great. The hips also open up this way. Let me show you that from the front, which is nice. The posing right now is terrible because I'm not really doing much with it, just trying to show you guys the limits of it. And then the belt is also kind of free sitting. So as you pose this, you can easily like move this up or down if you want to get them into a pose and then tuck it away quickly, which I really like too. Also, like I said, the cape is removable, so I'm just going to do that for you on camera here. Here we go. Super easy, it just pops out the chest sigil. And then these simply pop out. No cape. Boom, magnets right back on. And it has a fully detailed back under the cape here too. And I kind of like this Batman. He has a tactical feel to him, so I don't mind him without the cape. Typically, I'm like, I need a soft good cape, which this does have, but I don't mind it on this figure without it. I'm gonna put him into some poses. I will put some pictures attached to this as well. Again, Bombisu's store, hit them up, grab your Batman. InArts, Queen Studio are making some phenomenal products. This is just the first one that I picked up, but the Wukong looks crazy. Highly suggest checking them out. Thank you guys. Yo, what's up guys? I just wanted to show you, before I go into pictures, I just want to also show you some size comparisons and the swappability of the head. So head comes off easy here. You just pull out the neck as such, and we're gonna just, boom, you hear that snap, and there you go. Like, look at that thing. Now this head doesn't have articulation on the neck here, but damn, does it look good. Damn, does it look good. So let's look at size comparisons, because people ask me that a lot about this. How big is he? How does he scale? So first, let's do Mafex Toby. I love this Mafex Toby. He is a shorter figure, so I'm going to show you him with Christian Bale here. And these are my guys. Oops, there we go. So as you see, I would say Toby is smaller than that Christian Bale by a good amount, but they can scale well in the same universe. You know, Toby Spider-Man being a little bit smaller. Let's go with a Sexy Ice Unk Veil. And this dude is bigger for sure. He's like a whole head taller than Christian Bale Batman, which is cool with me. I like this, the Eradicator to be big and hulky. Right here beside me as well, I have a Mafex Deadpool. He's a little taller, but not a ton, as you see there. Not a ton of not a ton taller, but a little bit. I also have, and we already know this is gonna be way bigger, McFarlane, because they just have 13-inch freaking toys. They're huge. But yeah, this Superman towers over him. This is like a joke. So this is not gonna scale well together here. I also have, one second, I got a Blackie's Charizard. This is gonna be much smaller than Christian Bale. One sec here. So yeah, Christian Bale is gonna be a lot taller than Charizard. But if you like to pair them together, good for you. I don't typically pair them together. And then lastly here, I got a little Pokemon guy. Boom. Marvel Legends are going to scale similar to the Mafex Deadpool. This is going to be your most common like size ratio. So it is a little bit shorter, but not enough that it like won't work in pictures. I would still say the scaling works well. Again, I'm going to attach pictures to the bottom. InArt, Queen Studios, how to get this, in Bombisu's store. Link will be in my links on my page.